All right. It is April 27th, 2026, and this is Motivated Monday, and I am hurting today. I did toughest mudder, and I absolutely did not want to do it today, and I'm going to get into that. So let me ask you something. What do you do when your body hurts, when your energy is low, and everything in you wants to stay in bed? Because I'm sure you've had mornings like that where you wake up sore, tired, mentally drained, and the easiest option is to disappear for the day. No calls, no outreach, just quiet, no movement even, just quiet, right? And that's exactly what most people choose. There are races where people hit the wall at mud, pain, exhaustion, not properly fueled, every step feeling heavier than the last. It would be easy to stop. But the people who finish, they keep moving slowly if needed, ugly if needed, but forward. That's how it works in business and life. Today might feel heavy. You may not want to get up. You may not feel sharp, motivated, or ready. And that's okay. That's fine. Don't win the whole day. Just do a little. One email, one call, one follow up, one task that gets you moving. Because momentum doesn't ask for perfection, it asks you to start. And when others go quiet because they're tired, your willingness to show up becomes your advantage. So, thinking about, all right, good morning. Yo, had someone for a second. So, I think that brings me into today where, my thoughts on today, because ultimately, um, whoa, I did not want to do the work today. I wanted to stay in bed. I wanted to quit. I wanted to sleep. I hurt. I'm beat up. This is a tough mudder this weekend. And I am sore, I am tired, and I am not motivated today. And so I got started the morning actually a little while ago. And I started doing some work. I started Good morning, Miss Fati.
Morning.
All right, so I was talking about, so today we are talking about staying visible when others go quiet. And I was kind of opening up with, I am tired today. It's not going to be a long call today. Um, and I was getting some work done before the call, actually. Because I wanted to do nothing but stay in bed. I'm still hurting, still drained from this weekend, and I started actually getting some work done. I started scheduling texts. I was going through my checklist of things to do. I had a task list of 30 tasks today. And then I actually have 60 overdue tasks from this weekend. And those 60 overdue tasks are typically, those are just 90-day follow-ups. So there's not really anything. I don't, if I didn't intentionally schedule something for the weekend, that's all that task. Those are just the overdue tasks that popped up from Saturday, Sunday. So I'm not concerned about 60 overdue tasks. But so I was going through and I just started doing a little bit of work and it helped build a little bit of momentum for me today. Helped me feel a little bit better, started kind of waking me up. Not that I don't want to quit today, but at least I started getting um, you know, some work done. So I think kind of today's discussion is helpful about staying visible when others go quiet because one of the big thing is obviously we're heading into the busy season right now, and it's just something to focus on where it's easy to get real busy and have a lot of things happen and then forget to start planning on for the following quarters where things slow up. And the first question for today is, have you gone, where have you gone quiet in your business before or personal life and something when it comes to achieving your goal? Have you gone quiet?
Well, like early on this year, like sometimes I get really bad seasonal depression. So, what was really helpful for me was honestly a reminder, like it was a little quote that Robert Mason said. He's like, success is honestly like just showing up sometimes.
Yep.
Like 50% of it showing up. So that definitely helped me get through that. And then on top of that, I talked to Ashley while I was just like in bed and not feeling well. And she was just like, it's okay to work from bed. She was like, just work from bed. She was like, you don't have to stop. So they were really helpful in that moment in time. So now I just know like even sending out one text message is something. But it's better to do something rather than nothing. So
I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like you don't have, like you said, getting and working from, well, yeah, you can work from bed, right? Like work from making phone calls. You don't have to be fully composed and put together. Like look at me today, right now, right? Like that was one of the things I kind of mentioned before you jumped on, was that I'm beat up, I'm tired, but no one sees that if I'm sending texts, right? Um, and I actually went through right before I jumped on the call just to look. I mean, I already scheduled, right? I didn't want to start texting people at 7:30 in the morning. So I was, but the scheduled text, I scheduled 13 texts to go out, between 8:30 and 9:15, you know. And so those people, you know, will think I'm working, right? It looks like I'm getting the work, and I am getting. I scheduled it, so I'm getting the work done, so that's good. Um, but ultimately, it's yeah, it is about just putting one foot in front of the other and getting a little bit of work done. Um, so what how can you stay visible without burnout then? Like what would work for you? Like again, I just talked about something I just did. I think that's helpful to say, okay, let me just get a little bit of work done. It's building some momentum and helping me continue on with the day. Is there a way for you to stay visible without burning out?
yeah, well, I mean, I just said it. It would be the texting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just texting people and social media.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. And then, and then it comes down to it. So who needs to hear from you this week to keep your business going?
Well, there were a lot of people that I connected with over at Tough Mudder. And then
Mm-hmm.
I have a client that is getting back in town this week, so I need to follow up with him.
Okay. And that's a big thing, right? Is like you connect with people if making sure you're setting up a follow-up for everyone you connect with. All right. And a follow-up system to systematically make sure that you are staying in touch with them because it does no good to get people's contact info if we don't do anything with it.
And you know what's so funny is like I wouldn't like a lot of times people will sometimes make you I don't want to say make you feel bad, but like just because it doesn't look like something that they do, they it's dubbed like, oh, you're not doing it and you're not following up. But I think the thing is I do follow up. It's just that I could be more efficient with it. Because I'm
Mhm.
always messaging people, checking on people, whether it's real estate related or just checking on people to see how they're doing or inviting them to events. Like that's something that I'm doing now.
Mhm.
So, and then through social media, just posting about it. So I don't follow up in a traditional way, but I do follow up. And now it's just about being really efficient with it. So,
Well, here's the thing, though, right? You talk about you don't do it in a traditional way. Um, if you the longer you're in it and the more you build your database and the more people you add to your database, if you don't have some sort of systematic way, it's very easy to let people slip. It's very easy for people to slip through the cracks. So that's something to definitely pay attention to. It's like, yeah, you might have something that works for like right now, but as you build your business, is something like that going to work in 2, 3, 4, 5 years if you're not systematic about it? Because if you add two people to your database a week, even just two, let's say two, That's 100 people a year. In 2 years, you think some people are going to be slipping through the cracks out of, those just 200 alone? And that's if you're only adding two. I would venture to guess the way you talk to people that you add more than two people per week to your database. Um, so, you know, I would absolutely say you still, even if you don't like, again, like you said, yeah, there are a million ways to skin a cat. Um, and everybody runs their business differently, but, um, it's real upsetting if like if you connect with someone and then you weren't systematic about it and then you follow up with them in a year or something, they're like, oh, I just bought a home with somebody else. Like when that happens, like, oh man, it's frustrating. So I would say, yes, do business your way, but at the same time, we're not reinventing the wheel here, right? It's like just like building a house. A house is going to have windows, doors, HVAC. There's certain plumbing, right? Electrical. There's certain things that make a good house, but there are a million ways to build a house. Um, so, all right. Well, is there anything like anything I can help you? I know we'll talk a little bit more today, but anything I can help you with right now in relation to just continuing to do the work and um, staying motivated?
No.
All right. Well, so before you move on with your day, ask yourself honestly, where have you gone quiet before? After a hard week, after rejection, when you were tired, discouraged, overwhelmed, because silence feels harmless in the moment. Quiet seasons cost people more than they realize. They lose visibility, they lose momentum, they lose position, and consistent outreach does the opposite. Every check in matters. Every message reminds people you are here. Every touch builds trust before long term results show up. And the goal isn't burnout. You don't need to sprint every day. You just need sustained visibility. Small, consistent actions repeated over time. That's how you stay top of mind. That's how you stay in the game. That's how opportunities find you later. So, you know who needs to hear from you this week: a client, a lead, a friend, someone who forgot you could help, someone who you forgot you could help. Reach out, because when others disappear, the person who keeps showing up quietly wins loudly later. This is Tony Toich signing off. Good morning and good luck.